Good morning, students. I hope you are fit and fine. Today I am here to summarize one of the poems of Standard 7 on the grasshopper and cricket. Let's see the introduction part. The present poem, it is written by John Keats. The present poem on the grasshopper and cricket, it is written by John Keats. It was first published in 1870. It remains one of the most celebrated, one of the most famous, the most loved poems of John Keats. Keats, he was a keen observer of his surroundings, and even the small insects didn't escape his attention and admiration. John Keats, he used to observe his surroundings, and he was very precise that even the small insects around him didn't escape his attention and admiration. And we can see the example that in the present poem he has used the grasshopper and cricket. They are small insects. On using them, he has composed this poem. It has 14 lines, which qualifies it as a sonnet. The present poem, it has 14 lines, and when a poem has 14 lines, it is a type of poem sonnet. Sonnet, it has 14 lines. It is divided in either in 6 plus 8 or 8 plus 6. In the present poem, there are 14 lines that suggest that it is a sonnet. It is also a nature poem. Nature poem has natural elements. The grasshopper and cricket, besides that, 2 seasons they are also mentioned. That is why it is a nature poem. In this poem, symbolism is used. The poem is full of symbolism, making it a symbolic poem. In this poem, symbolism is used. That is why, besides a nature poem, it is also a symbolic poem. What is meant by symbolism? The use of symbols to represent ideas in art, literature or conversation, that is symbolism. I repeat, the use of symbols to represent ideas in art, literature or conversation, it is called symbolism. And in the present poem, John Keats has used the grasshopper and cricket to symbolize something. The grasshopper is the symbol of summer season and the cricket is the symbol of winter season. So this is the introduction part of the poem, the grasshopper and cricket. Now let's understand the poem. First, octave. Octave, it means 8-line stanza. In the introduction part, I have told you on the grasshopper and cricket, it is a sonnet. It has 14 lines, and these 14 lines, it is divided into 2 stanzas. First stanza, it consists of 8 lines. See here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. So in sonnet, 8-line stanza, it is known as octave. So first understand the first stanza. The poem, it is given in your course book. The poetry of earth is never dead. When all the birds are fed with the hot sun and hide in cooling trees, a voice will run. From hedge to hedge, about the new mown mead, that is the grasshopper, he takes the lead. In summer luxury, he has never done with his delights, for when tired out with fun, he rests and at ease beneath some pleasant weed. This is the first stanza. This is the octave of the poem on the grasshopper and cricket. Now let's understand the stanza. The poetry of earth is never dead. The poetry, it means the songs of earth is never dead. It means the songs of the earth never stops. It never fades. See here, the songs of nature never fade. When there is summer season, in the introduction part I have told you that it is a symbolic poem, and the grasshopper, it symbolizes the summer season. So when there is summer season, there is appearance of hot sun. Due to appearance of the hot sun, the birds, they are fainted, they are tired, they are fed up due to scorching heat. As they are tired, they are fainted, they look for shelter, they look for some cold places. So they hide, the birds hide themselves in cooling trees. The birds, they take shelter in trees, and the shade of the trees gives them ample cooling. Ample, it means enough. The shade of trees provides them ample or enough cooling. To whom? The birds. Because of extreme heat, the birds, they take shelter in cooling trees, and the shade of trees provides them ample cooling. During this time, when all the birds, they are cooling themselves in the shade of trees, during that time, the grasshopper does not cease its song. The birds, they are fed up with scorching heat. They take shelter in cooling trees. So we feel that the songs of the nature, it stops. But in the first time we have seen the poetry of earth is never dead. And due to it, during that time when all the birds take shelter in cooling trees, the grasshopper does not cease its song. Cease, it means stop. The grasshopper does not stop its song and starts making noise. It starts sounding. Its voice runs throughout the new mown meadows untiringly. Untiringly means without tiredness. So the voice of the grasshopper, it makes the atmosphere light. The sound of the birds, it stops because the birds, they are fainted and take shelter in cooling trees. During that time, grasshopper comes out and it continues its song. It never stops its chants. Chants, it means songs. So the grasshopper never stops its songs and continues its songs and makes the atmosphere light. For grasshopper, the summer season, it is the time of joy. For the grasshopper, the summer season, it is the time of joy. Whereas summer season, it is the time of sadness, we can say, for other birds. And that is why, due to scorching heat, the birds, they take shelter in cooling trees. But the grasshopper, it continues its song. So summer season, it is the time of joy for the grasshopper. Finally, the grasshopper finds comfort beneath some pleasant weed. At last, that he, means the grasshopper, takes rest or finds comfort beneath some pleasant weed. This is the explanation, this is the paraphrase of the first stanza of the poem on the grasshopper. Let's understand the second stanza of the poem on the grasshopper and cricket. The second stanza, it consists of 6 lines, and in sonnet, the stanza which has 6 lines, it is called sestet. 8 lines, it is called octave, and 6 lines, it is known as sestet. The poetry of earth is ceasing never. On a long winter evening, when the frost has wrought a silence from the stove, there thrills the cricket song, warmth increasing ever, and seems to burn in drowsiness half lost, the grasshoppers among some grassy hills. This is the second stanza of the poem on the grasshopper and cricket. Now let's understand it. The first line, the poetry of earth is ceasing never. It has the same meaning of the first line of the first stanza. The poetry of earth is never dead. That was the first line of the poem, and in the second stanza also, the first line, the poetry of earth is ceasing never. It means the songs of nature never stops, never fails. The songs of nature is forever, it never stops. In this stanza, in the first stanza, we have seen about the grasshopper. When there is summer season, the other birds, they take shelter in cooling trees. That time the grasshopper, it comes out and makes the atmosphere light. Here, in the second stanza, the poet has talked about winter season. During harsh winters, when one is numbed by the cold, only one voice is heard in evenings by the stoves, and that is cricket's sound. In winter season, in harsh winter season, when everything is quiet, there is silence prevailing all over. During that time, the sound of cricket is heard. Only one voice, only one sound is heard. That is the sound of cricket. And usually, this cricket, it hides itself by the stoves, by the fire. Instead of growing quiet of the cold, the cricket finds a corner in some kitchen near a stove and continues his song. Instead of becoming silent, instead of being quiet during harsh winter, the cricket, it takes its place near the stove, near fire, and continues his song. Now see, the cricket takes the place near the stove or near the fire. So there is the warmth of the fire, and this warmth of fire, it mingles. Mingles, it means mixes or combines with the warm tones of cricket. Two warmths, they are combined. The warmth of the fire, the warmth of the stove, as well as the warm tone of the cricket. They mingle, and that tries to keep everyone entertained. The sound of cricket during winter season, it makes the people entertained, or it makes the atmosphere light. During that time, the grasshopper is probably out on some grassy hills. During winter season, grasshopper, it takes rest on some grassy hills. So this is about the poem on the grasshopper and cricket. It is a symbolic poem in which the grasshopper and the cricket, they symbolize summer and winter season respectively. Besides that, it is also a nature poem. If we observe, various natural elements are used in the poem. The grasshopper, the cricket, songs of nature, hills, meadows. These are various natural elements which are used in the poem by John Keats. That is why it is also a nature poem. At home, you read the poem carefully, watch the video, try to understand it, and already I have sent you question answer that you write in your register and learn them. Thank you.